The County of Maui broke ground today on the long-awaited Lahaina Watershed Flood Control Project. The project is designed to divert floodwater from the heavily populated Lahainaluna, Puamana, and surrounding area. Maui Mayor Charmaine Tavares said that after 30 years of planning and a half a century of discussion, she's pleased to see the first phase finally get underway.
I can't even begin to imagine what the impact of this is going to be in the beneficial part of it for Lahaina town and for our nearshore waters. A few years ago, several years ago now, we had a flood situation in Lahaina where, as a council member, I saw hundreds and hundreds of claims for flood damage and other things coming before the council because of the inadequate drainage systems to address water coming through Lahaina town.
Phase 1 of the 5-phase project includes the installation of an ocean outlet at Waianukole consisting of 2 culverts, a sediment basin, and a drainage channel. Despite the apparent need for flood control, the project encountered a number of obstacles along the way. Senator Roz Baker of West Maui recalled discussion over land use, project alignment, and drainage points.
I remember having meetings when I first started to run for office back in 1986 with the folks in Puamana who were very concerned about the initial alignment and what this project was going to look like, but ultimately became very supportive.
Delays were also encountered with access rights and property ownership, according to David Buddy Nobriga, who has been with the project from its start, finally retiring 2 years ago after 52 years with the West Maui Soil and Water Conservation District.
The first EIS they made, they dragged their feet so long. We need co-sponsors to take care of land acquisition and stuff. You know, we're only volunteers. We cannot go tell somebody we're going to condemn your land, but the county can.
Nobriga said the threat of flooding and runoff impacts became compounded when the sugar industry stopped cultivation above Lahaina town.
You know, people, we live here, we took sugar for granted, and we never realized, or the people didn't realize, how much sugar prevented them from getting flooded. They had 2 dirt dams that from Lahainaluna Road, when it rained, they made sure they flew all the water they could back this side. So whatever came from the mountain into the ditch, they brought it all the way down here, away from the homes.
The project took several decades of planning, design, and preparation, officially beginning in 1980 with Nobriga and the Federal Soil Conservation Service, as well as the County of Maui.
As years go by, we forget how hard it was to get it started. Every time we had a public meeting, we had to go back to the drawing board again and do something else.
Mayor Tavares said that instead of waiting for floods or dams and levee collapses, the government could save billions of dollars by taking preventative measures.
It's harder to sell prevention than it is to sell recovery. It is so difficult to convince people about things that will be preventive than it is to react to an emergency. So everybody, you know, oh, we got this emergency. Everybody jumps into the thing and gets it going, this and that. When we could have prevented this by diligently and expeditiously moving this project forward.
The contract for Phase 1 was awarded to Kiewit Construction in a $6.3 million contract that was partially paid for with federal funds. When complete, the project will protect over 340 acres of both urban and agricultural lands from flood damage, reducing floodborne sediment, as well as protecting Lahaina's coral reefs.